me go.
Hey, leave her alone.
Or what? Tough guy?
Or...
Oh.
It's not worth it, sweetie.
The film opens on a distant planet called Krypton, home to a unique and intelligent species. However, the inhabitants are deeply troubled, as their planet is gradually deteriorating. Amid this crisis, a baby is born to a couple. His father, Jor-El, is particularly concerned about Krypton's impending doom. Jor-El aims to retrieve the planet's genetic codex, an essential artifact containing the DNA and knowledge needed to replicate Krypton's population elsewhere and preserve their legacy. Jor-El approaches the Supreme Council to plead for the codex, hoping to save Krypton's heritage. However, his request is denied. Suddenly, General Zod arrives with his military forces. Having overheard the conversation, Zod violently attacks the council. He is also after the codex, but for far more ruthless reasons. He wants to rebuild Krypton by destroying any other planet's inhabitants to make way for his people. Jor-El, on the other hand, envisions peaceful coexistence. A fierce confrontation breaks out between Jor-El and Zod. Jor-El escapes on a winged creature and eventually finds the codex. Zod follows and tries to stop him, but Jor-El's dragon shields him, sustaining injuries in the process. Jor-El successfully secures the codex and returns home. He urges his wife to integrate the codex into their newborn son's DNA, believing their child is special and destined for greatness. As Krypton nears destruction, they place the baby, Kal-El, into a spacecraft and launch it toward Earth. Tearfully, Jor-El's wife bids farewell. Zod arrives at their home and, in a rage, kills Jor-El. He tries to intercept the spacecraft, but the Council intervenes, dispatching forces to halt Zod. Kal-El's ship escapes, and Zod is arrested and imprisoned. Meanwhile, Krypton continues to collapse. The story shifts to the present day, where Kal-El, now known as Clark Kent, lives on Earth. Working as a fisherman, Clark hides his powers. One day, he saves people from a crashing oil rig, using his strength to prevent a tower from collapsing. The explosion knocks him into the ocean, triggering memories of his childhood. He recalls his heightened senses, X-ray vision, and hearing distant sounds. As a boy, he once rescued his classmates from a sinking bus, though even he didn't fully understand his powers back then. Clark's adoptive father had always warned him to hide his abilities, fearing how the world might react. Respecting this, Clark lived quietly, even working as a waiter. He also had a love for exploration. One day, he hears about an ancient spacecraft buried in ice for over 20,000 years. Curious, he investigates. At the same time, journalist Lois Lane arrives at the site to cover the discovery. That night, she spots a mysterious man, Clark, melting ice with heat vision to access the ship. Inside, Clark discovers a key that activates the ship's AI. It projects a hologram of Jor-El, who tells Clark the truth about his origins. He is the last son of Krypton, sent to Earth to survive Krypton's destruction. Jor-El explains the codex is embedded within Clark, giving him unique powers. He gifts Clark a suit designed for him. While Lois takes photos, the AI defenses attack her, causing her to fall. Clark rescues her and flies the ship away. Shaken but intrigued, Lois returns to her newsroom and suggests publishing the story, but her editor dismisses it as too unbelievable. Still determined, Lois contacts another reporter to share her findings. Clark, now donning the Superman identity, begins to embrace his destiny. Meanwhile, Lois visits Clark's hometown, speaks with his mother, and even visits his father's grave. Clark finds her there and shares a pivotal memory. During a tornado, his father sacrificed himself to save their dog, refusing Clark's help to protect his secret. That moment defined Clark's resolve to remain hidden. Encouraged by Lois, Clark tells his mother he now understands his true purpose. She tearfully accepts the truth, fearing he might leave, but Clark reassures her. Then, Earth's military detects a mysterious spacecraft approaching. A message plays, demanding that the alien among them, Clark, be handed over, or the planet will be destroyed. Fear spreads, and Clark volunteers to surrender for Earth's safety. The military detains him in a glass cell, where Lois speaks with him. He assures everyone that he means no harm and is only here to help. Soon after, Zod and his troops arrive to retrieve Clark. They also demand Lois accompany them. Though reluctant, she agrees. On Zod's ship, Clark is interrogated. Zod reveals his plan to terraform Earth into a new Krypton using the Codex. He asks Clark where it is, but Clark, unaware it was fused with his DNA, insists he doesn't know. Meanwhile, Lois uses the key Clark gave her to activate the ship's AI again. Jor-El guides her, helping her escape and urging her to help Clark. With Jor-El's guidance, Clark breaks free from his cell, feeling stronger in Earth's sunlight. He saves Lois as her ship crashes, catching her mid-air and bringing her safely to the ground. Back on Earth, Zod finds Clark's mother and demands the Codex. Superman arrives in time and furiously attacks Zod, throwing him across the landscape. During the brutal fight, Superman damages Zod's breathing apparatus, forcing him to retreat. Zod's forces retrieve him, and one of his scientists promises to extract the Codex from Clark's body, dead or alive. Zod deploys 2 massive terraforming machines to reshape Earth's atmosphere into Kryptons. The machines release energy waves that endanger humanity. Lois informs the military that crashing her ship into one machine could destroy it. Superman agrees and says he'll take care of the second machine himself. While Superman battles the machine in the Indian Ocean, Lois and the military crash their craft into the other, destroying it, but Lois is flung from the ship. Superman saves her just in time. With both machines destroyed, Earth is safe once again. But Zod is not finished. Enraged, he confronts Superman in a final battle. They fight across the city, causing massive destruction. Zod uses heat vision to threaten innocent bystanders. Though Superman pleads with him to stop, Zod refuses. In a heartbreaking moment, Superman kills Zod to save the people. Devastated by the act, he weeps. In the aftermath, Clark takes a job at the Daily Planet under his human identity. Lois, smiling, welcomes him aboard.